Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Keytofreedom. I'm an artist and an illustrator. Here on this channel I'm talking about struggles of being an artist in the modern world. Because I myself am trying to figure out how to move in this world as an artist, and I'm inviting you to join this journey and share our experiences together. If you watched my last video, it might have seemed a little depressing because the things that I was discussing there were kind of really sad truths about current reality in the artistic industries, in the art world, and how modern society perceives art and how devalued it seems right now. But this video is gonna be more on an inspired note, because you don't stop doing the thing that you truly value just because it is hard. I truly feel that art is something that I'm here for. For me, art has become something that is really precious and valuable in my life. I took this decision and I still feel that it is true for me that I am an artist. If you ask me this popular question, what would you do if you didn't have to worry about money? What would you do for free? Art is my answer. And it's basically what I'm doing right now. I'm doing art for free. Yes, unfortunately, but it doesn't stop me. Yeah, that's why we're here today on this channel. I realized that this year I have tried quite many things that I really wanted to try in art. I will tell you a little bit about my experience in them and my summary, like what have I brought out of it. The first thing that I tried was making a Draw This in Your Style challenge. It's when one artist draws a picture and he says, this is Draw This in Your Style challenge. And other artists, if they like it, if they want to participate, they just draw the same picture but in their own style with their own characters and tag the artist, and you can see all the different versions of the same drawing. So I have participated in many of these. I really like to do them from time to time, and my dream was to make my own. This kind of came to life with the help of my Silly Wolves account on Instagram. It's where I talk about my character, Silly Wolf. You can check it out if you want to, if you like silly animals. On that account, I have really found a good community of other artists. And that was so refreshing for me, because before on my main Instagram account, I feel like I didn't have a lot of artists. Whenever I tried anything similar on my main account, I inevitably failed because there was not enough people to support this. And with this account of Silly Wolf, I really found those people, and I made my first Draw This in Your Style when I had just 300 followers. And you can't even imagine how happy I was with every version that someone drew of my silly little wolf. I was so happy that actually real people, real artists decided to take their time and draw my Draw This in Your Style challenge with their own characters or in their own style. It was so exciting. I'm still happy about it. It's quite old now. I created it a long time ago, so probably now no one is drawing it anymore, but I had quite a few entries and I'm so very happy with that I tried it, and I think I'm gonna do another one. So this was a really good thing, and also this confirms something that I said in my previous video, that having a community of artists that can really support you, that love the things you love and understand the struggles you have, is so important. I couldn't do this on my own. Another thing that I have tried even before that was a giveaway, and it was actually on my main account. It was actually a fun experience for me. I learned a few things that helped me later. I created a collaborative giveaway, and this was really scary for me at first because I had to write to random people whom I didn't know. I didn't have enough artists to collaborate with, especially like the ones that have similar follower counts. So I had to like research, and I searched for a long time on the Instagram to find not so popular illustrators, because it turned out really hard. Instagram really hides you. If you like below some point of followers and likes on your posts, you just like invisible. It's impossible to find you, especially in the illustration niche, because like when I searched for candles, handmade candles or something, it was much easier to find smaller creators than it was with the illustrators. So I found them and wrote to them, and of course like a big part of them didn't answer me, didn't see my message, or didn't decide to respond. And at some point I was already frustrated and like in despair. I thought that's okay, nothing is happening, probably this is another fail. But then I like pushed myself a little bit more and sent like 20 more messages, and I actually started getting answers. And I gathered a group of people, and we created a gift box together, like a giveaway box with all our products. They all sent the products to me. We advertised it and like sent out the post, the shared post. And yeah, it was a nice experience actually, because I overcame my fear of reaching out to people whom I don't know. This is probably one of the most precious parts of this giveaway. During the giveaway, I realized that it's probably like not the best strategy. I don't know, at least for me, because I saw a lot of people who were just participating in tens of other different giveaways at the same time. So I come to their account and I see that they have a lot of stories, and all these stories are reposts of different giveaways. So they just like hunting free stuff. They are not really interested in what you're doing, and they will follow you, but they will unfollow you as soon as your giveaway is over. So this type of audience I'm not interested in, of course. I found that this way may be not the best way to attract followers. Another big thing that I have tried this year, and this is one of the like the most amazing experiences, was my own art challenge. This is still so exciting because it's still going right now. It's an April challenge, a month long. If I edited this video fast, you probably can still join for the last prompt. It's called Spring Celebration. Our hashtag is Cash for Spring 2025. How all this happened. Again, I am a big fan of art challenges. I have participated in many of them. I have even found friends through them. I started with Inktober. Then I also loved challenges by Alexandra Dika, who has been doing these challenges from the start probably of her social media presence, and she really grew on it because she did really nice challenges and I loved to participate in them. But then I realized that big challenges like Inktober and similar to them are getting too big for people to find me. If there's a challenge and they have a hashtag and you open the hashtag, my works on this challenge will be probably in the lowest point of the page. They'll be somewhere down below. I don't know, algorithm doesn't like me. Also, the algorithm changed probably. That's why when you look up the challenge, you will see only the most popular participants, the ones that have the most likes, the most views on their posts, and you will see just them on top. Everyone else is somewhere like you will not even manage to scroll to them. So that's why these challenges became like frustrating for me, because part of this is finding new people, getting discovered yourself. Also, I think challenges are really good for artists because they help you develop your style. They help you challenge yourself because it's a challenge, you know, and draw things that you wouldn't normally draw, because sometimes prompts are out of your comfort zone, and this is amazing because it gives you something to learn, to find the references, to like think about the ideas, how you can like put your kind of theme and your art and connect it with the topic, with the prompt, how you can combine this, what story can come out of it. This is really good creative exercise, and that's why often when I come to pages of especially like beginner artists, I often see a big jump in quality. So the works for the challenges are often much better, much more detailed, much more thought through than their usual art. So art challenges are called like that, not for nothing, and they truly help. They also help to cope with a creative block. My dream of all time was to make my own challenge, and I even tried that like a few years ago on my main account, but I was the only participant. Okay, one other girl drew a drawing in stories, but that was it. My challenge, my prompts, and my drawings, that's it. But that's not what I wanted. I wanted a community event. So, and with this account, Silly Wolves again, I was amazed that I have found people who actually wanted to do this with me. And I didn't even have to send like cold messages. I just posted a story, and not many people watch my stories there. Sometimes it's 13 people, sometimes it's like 30 people. But when I posted that I want to do an art challenge and like, would you be interested to do this with me? A lot of people pushed the button. They said yes, and then I discussed with them, and I was so surprised, like pleasantly surprised, that there were quite a lot of people who actually wanted. In the end, we have a really fun and good team of hardworking artists, amazing artists. I'm in love with this project, actually. I offered them this setup that we have a month-long challenge with 4 prompts, 1 prompt per week, so it's not too intense. And we have prompts in a way that when you do them all with your like character, one of your characters, you create a little story about your character, like four drawings story about your character of choice. I'm a fan of storytelling, a fan of stories, fairy tales, and now I see that people are also interested because they look at each other's art and they wonder, oh, okay, what's gonna happen next? I can't wait. What's gonna happen next with this little bunny or something? Like you have the intrigue, and people have the motivation to continue drawing because they have already started a little story, and you yourself even are motivated to see what's gonna happen in the end. And when I offered this idea, people that gathered with me, they agreed, and we then brainstormed the parts of it and the details, and we outlined our deadlines and the dates. I have never had such an active time on my account because every day I'm opening my Instagram with Silly Wolves and there is lots of things going on. People are commenting each other, liking each other's posts, they are reposting. I am tagged on a lot of art. I'm watching new creative stories every day. This is so exciting. I haven't had so much fun on my Instagram probably ever, or for a really long time, because it brought back the play, the fun thing about social media, that you can play together. I feel like this changed lately, like in the recent years. Before you were like, okay, I'm gonna post my art, I see what other people will say, I see how we can play with it. I will draw something that they will tell me. So like I used to see this as like a game, and it was fun game. Now it's all about marketing. Everyone is trying to sell their own products. Everyone is trying to promote something, and I get it. I'm trying to do the same thing, but it turned into just your job and not into the fun making, into the creative sparks. I feel that we need to get a little bit of it back, at least some part of it. We need to bring back the game, the play, the playful part of Instagram, especially of artistic Instagram. Because I think the best art is actually born in play and when you're having fun. I've told this in my Skillshare new class, and I'm telling this to you now. This is something that I truly believe in. At first it kept failing because no one would buy, like nothing, it's just like crickets there. Then with Silly Wolf account, I had a few purchases, and this was actually exciting, even though like it's been like I can count them probably in one hand, about 5 purchases. But it was still better than none. It was still not the zero anymore, but I still don't understand how it can grow so it could be like a decent income. We'll see. I will keep experimenting with it probably. And the other thing I wanted to try for a long time is markets and fairs. But I applied to two Illustrator fairs last year, and I wasn't accepted, unfortunately, because there were too many applications. And I get it that probably they would accept more established sellers, people with experience in selling that have a setup already, and I was kind of a newbie, and my Etsy was still crickets at that time. Probably I will need to try other markets, maybe smaller ones, smaller fairs, or just regular markets, and see if I can get there. With all this being said, I understood my big mistake of recent couple of years probably. I have been focusing on too many things at once. Because, you know, I wanted to try everything, to test everything and see which way it's gonna be better, be more grow faster. And I was trying a lot of different things, but I didn't see a lot of results in neither of them, apart from the Silly Wolf account that I adore. I'm still not sure how I can monetize it, but at least I'm having fun, you know. I have been trying too many things and I've spread myself too thin. I burnt out multiple times during the year. It gets really hard because I put a lot of effort, a lot of work, a lot of time and energy into my projects, and I have a lot of them, but I don't get a lot from it. Even having like feedback, people subscribing or following or commenting or being interested in what I do would be a lot for me already. But social media doesn't seem to like me a lot, and don't know if YouTube will do the same to me. So I decided that I need to really cut my projects. I need to focus more on less things and put more into this less amount of things, so they would develop better and grow more. Spend more time with them before I give up and turn to another project. So that's my goal for now. It's gonna be really hard because for me it's really hard to give up things. If I started the project, it's so sad to close it for me. So I kind of try not to close anything, but I just can't keep up like this anymore. It's no longer livable. So I will have to do to make some sacrifices. And for now, I was thinking about concentrating on my exhibition, on my YouTube, where I will tell about it, about my journey in general. Leave this Silly Wolves account for the sake of fun and creative community, which is also, by the way, is my goal. So I think that's something that will help me a lot with it. Another thing is trying to find a way of monetization. And one of my new hypotheses is try to monetize my YouTube. That's why I hope to make more content. And another thing, I will start developing my Patreon. Now I have the page, but it's absolutely blank, and I will fill it up and I will update you on how it is going. So you can actually go follow along with my clueless creative journey. What I want for YouTube here is to grow my creative community of like-minded people, of artists. I was talking about it in my previous video too. If we don't support each other, no one will care. It's just we, as people who understand the value of art, we need to push through. We need to keep talking, explaining, or just manifesting the importance of art in our life. Because if people forgot about it, well, they need a reminder. So I would be glad if you share your thoughts and tell me more about your creative path. How is it going? Have you struggled like me to find the way that you want to take? Or was it clear for you from the beginning? Tell me about your experience with finding the ways to both satisfy your creative urge and the need to earn money? Do you divide these two, like doing a day job and doing art, or did you manage to combine them, or are you on the way to combine them together? I will gladly read about your experiences and your stories. I will be very grateful if you subscribe to this channel and hit the like button, and I will see you very soon. Bye!